sir, Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened. Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense takes the field to start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. To the air, it's Sellers. They're bringing heat. Pass is complete near the sidelines, but they'll lose yardage.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Tigers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try to pop the draw. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella. Continue to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to him.
Got his man quickly. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the Tigers brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Missouri comes to the line with another first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. To throw, it's Cook. Unleashes one deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-0. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away.
Number 19, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's McDowell. And the returner will be brought down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
And the Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the ground with the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
South Carolina, 0.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. At the 35, he's got room. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. Looking downfield, it's Cook. He's got it on the run. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. He caught it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
He's brought down at the 21. Brings up 2nd down.
The Gamecocks want to move quickly. To the air, it's Sellers. It's caught. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Brought down at the 39-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his man, it's Sanders. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Fires to the right. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Unloads it left. That ball was nearly intercepted. They'll live to tell about it. 3rd down coming up.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it in the middle. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
That's caught. It's Cooper. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Cook. Got his man downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And, guys, how many 1st downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. He's looking to throw it. Got a man. It's Miller. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away.
Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Number 5.
Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. An 84-yard drive there, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll open this third quarter with a run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking for a man, it's Cook. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking for room. It's Sanders. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
On second down, wants to throw it. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking down the middle. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Quick strike complete. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They pick up 10 and give him a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Gamecocks have this offense rolling. The inside handoff. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Fast motion from the offense. Caught on the outside, it's Bennett. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
He leaves it with his back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Now on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Give to the back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Now, fourth down.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Gamecocks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. He finds his man. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do. But the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So that was a methodical 17-play drive for the touchdown. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
They'll run it. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that? Good, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. The sure hands, it's Burden. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. The give to the tailback. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. They'll go to the ground. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Got room at the 35. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
That makes the score Missouri 21, South Carolina 7.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped after making the catch.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with the victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The give to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's taking a deep shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. They're trying to get to him. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Fires to the middle. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.